Hello, everybody. Welcome to the latest installment of Catterday Cocktails. I'm Dr. Tim J. Curtis. The J stands for jittery. It is Tuesday. We are far from the weekend, and I'm a little jittery. Some of you may already know I'm a veterinarian by trade, a drinker by choice, and today we're talking about something that is more of an accessory to your drink, which is often overlooked. A topic that I'm very passionate about, some of my friends may know as well, is clear ice, okay? I don't know how many of you look at your ice, how do you feel about your ice, how's it come out of the machine? There's a lot of theories out there on the World Wide Web about how clear ice is made. I'm here to dispel them and give you a very simple method to create your own clear ice. So if you too aspire to be a very pretentious jerk, you're watching the right video. So double distill your water, garbage. Filtered water, garbage. Don't care. What you need is a small cooler or large cooler, depending on the size of your freezer. It should be insulated. The top is fine as long as it can come off. And we're going to talk about the chemistry of freezing water when we prepare our ice cubes. But today we're talking about preparation and a little bit of history. So when did I become so passionate about clear ice? I would have to say it was probably the summer of 2016? 2017. We were at a bar in France, in Lyon. I would tell you where, but I really don't remember where. Is that south? Is that north? I don't know. I can't remember. The name of the bar was L'Antiquaire, which obviously translates directly into English as pretentious jerk or pretentious drinker, depending on which dialect you've got and what part of the country.
Or the antique store.
I don't think that's correct. I won't lie. I wasn't sure what it translated to. Scholars maintain that the translation was lost many years ago.
Or that his wife was right.
Agree to disagree. We'll leave it at that. So, moving forward, clear ice. You've hopefully obtained your small cooler, nicely insulated. We've already filled ours up with good old Columbus, Ohio tap water. No one's going to die here. We fill it up to just about 1.5 inches from the top, full of water. So now, the hard part's over. Close it up. Move it to my freezer. Place it gently into the freezer. Goodbye, water. See you when you're ice. Open the lid. Leave the lid off of the cooler. We'll talk about that later. I'll see you in 24 hours. Welcome back, everybody. It's been approximately 24 hours since we placed our water into our freezer. I got that part right this time. I've been waiting in anticipation. I've not slept. I'm wearing the same clothes. I'm just a little bit more tired. So, before we get down to brass tacks and make our final cuts and create our clear ice, let's talk a little bit about the chemistry. I feel like this is important. I want to let everyone know I'm not an expert when it comes to chemistry of clear ice production. I say this because I'll probably offend actual chemists in the process of my description. So let me just get it out there right now. I have studied this process as an undergraduate in multiple chemistry classes as I prepared for my actual trade as a veterinarian, as you may know. But since that time, I've long since forgotten everything that you need to know to make clear ice. But the process is still quite simple. Most of my time now is spent perfecting my skills of creating a feline mind meld, which I'm very close. It's very difficult. What I can tell you is that cats adore heat, they despise leashes, and they think thumbs are wasted on humans. That's what I've got. So that's where I'm spending most of my time, but let's get back to clear ice.
And that's more physics, really, than chemistry.
It is more physics and a little bit of alchemy, whatever you want to call it. So, ice. When water drops below 32 degrees Fahrenheit, 0 degrees Celsius, if you live across the pond, whether that pond is frozen or not, we don't know. Depends on the weather. The molecules of the water slow down, and they're able to kind of link up and form crystals. That creates ice. Water and ice is interesting in that when it does freeze and solidify, it actually becomes less dense, which is why ice floats on water. It is less dense than water. That is very important in this process because what we're using is something called directional freezing. We have filled up our cooler with water and we have taken the lid off. That's also critical. You cannot leave the lid on your cooler. Ice will expand. The freezing process will start from the top down, pushing out gas, or letting gas release, I should say, in this slow 24-hour freeze. Impurities will be pushed out to the bottom, and what you'll see is the block that we have left will be nice and clear, but there will be water underneath this block of ice. That's where all the junk is. That's why when you put water in an ice cube tray and you let it freeze solid, you'll see all the junk collects in the middle. The outside's actually clear. Why is it cloudy? A lot of impurities in there. Extra crystalline formations. Light scatters. It does not pass through clearly. You've got cloudy ice. Who wants cloudy ice in their drink? Not me. That is what we're talking about today. So, again, let's get ready to make our clear ice. Sorry for that transgression. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull out our cooler. We're gonna tip it upside down in our sink. I've got a nice board here. We're gonna heat up the outside of the cooler. Listen carefully. You'll hear the block of ice drop, and then we'll move on. Okay, let's go. All right. So, we're going to pan over here so you can see our block of ice from the top. Ooh. Yes, ooh was right. We'll tip it over on a nice chopping block. I'm going to turn the water on, warm. The towel just evens out the base of my freezer. So I get straight ice, not cooked ice. Heat up the outside of the cooler. You're going to hear this drop momentarily. There it goes. Okay. Take a look at that. So you've got this frame. Just knock it away. I like a serrated knife. Bread knife's good for what we're about to do. Smooth off the edges. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's clear enough. Fairly clear. It's actually really clear. Now I have another chopping block. I put down a towel so it doesn't slide. You ever seen the movie Breaking Away? They talk about the cutters, stone cutters. There's that whole scene where he cuts some more stone. This is not dissimilar to cutting limestone. We're going to make a groove. We're going to etch a groove in this ice. Don't cut yourself. I'm not going to cut all the way through this. I like an ice cube for some bourbon, whatever you want. You can make thin cubes for Tom Collins. We'll do that too. So, gently saw back and forth. You make a nice groove. If this were limestone, you might tap a couple of little wedges in there. Make a nice, perfectly square piece of limestone. Doesn't help us. Can't drink limestone. So now I've got my blade right in the middle. Hammer. One nice, quick blow. Beautiful. It's a big ice cube though. These sometimes go a lot quicker. There you go, folks. Doesn't get much more clear than that. Cut them to sizes you like, or don't, whatever you like. You need to shape it, shape it. A little too big, take off the edges. Your friends will think you work at a very pretentious French bar. Little bakers, not bad. There's your clear ice. Pretty terrible video.